Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be out in the garden again doing about 25 minutes worth of Pilates. This is a full body workout, but you won't need any equipment. Just make sure that you've got plenty of space around you to be able to move around freely. And as always, listen to your body when you're moving. Stop if something doesn't feel right. But also, this is quite a challenging session, so just do what you can. The very fact that you're showing up and you're giving it a go is perfect. We're going to be having a standing start, so whenever you are ready, let's begin. With the feet about hip width apart, stand nice and tall with your arms relaxed by your sides, shoulders back and down. Keep your chin level with the floor. On your next exhale, draw your navel in towards the spine. Reach up as you breathe in next. And as you exhale, bring your arms down, nod your chin to your chest, round the shoulders forward and unpeel the spine. Just come down as far as you're comfortable, hanging loosely at the bottom, and gently restack the spine to come back to standing. We're going to go again, take a breath. Exhale, draw your navel in, nod the chin, round the spine, and gently come down. Breathing in, roll back up slowly through the spine and reach up tall. Breathe in one more time. Exhale, engage your core, nod the chin, roll down slowly. Place one hand down and then the other and walk forward into a plank position. Shoulders, hips, knees and ankles all in a line. Then walk back and gently roll up to standing. We're going to go again and add a push-up. Breathing in, exhale, engage, roll gently down. Place one hand down first and walk forward into a plank position. Bend your elbows, push up and gently walk back, rolling back up to standing. Reach up. Take a breath. Exhale, navel in and roll down. When you walk forward, try for 3 steps with your hands, shoulders, hips, knees and ankles all in a line when you do your push-up. You don't have to do the push-up, by the way, just walking forward into the plank position will do. We're going one more time. Breathe. Exhale, roll down. And slowly and carefully walk forward back into your push-up position. Try not to drop your pelvis. Keep the navel drawn in. Now place the knees down. Lift your feet and cross your ankles. We're going to push up from here. So again, keeping the shoulders, hips and knees in a line. Drawing the navel up. Keeping the head in line with the spine and working the chest and the shoulders. Breathe. Exhale down, inhale up, and then we're going to sit back into shell. So take the tailbone all the way back to the heels, and then from here we're going to go from shell stretch to half cobra. Slowly come up, tucking the tailbone under. Gently lower the pelvis towards the floor as you push your hands down and open up the chest. Breathe. And then gently sit back towards the heels and stretch out the lower back. We're going to do that again. So breathe in, and as you exhale, come up, tucking the tailbone under, lifting the feet, and gently lower the pelvis down, opening up the chest. Sink back to shell. We're going one more time. Really listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, you mustn't do this. The key to this is keeping the tailbone tucked under. And really protect the lower back. Open up the chest and then sink back onto your heels. We're going to come into an all fours neutral position. So hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Lengthen through the spine and keep your head in line with your spine as well. Draw the navel up to engage the core. Slide the right leg back and raise it up so it's in line with your body. Point the toes and then lower and lift the leg. Keeping your body absolutely still, the chest and the pelvis stay square with the mat. Keep soft elbows and your head in line with the spine. We're going to start to arc the leg. So as you come up, you're then going to tap the floor on the outside of your left foot and then bring the leg back so it's in line with the hip. So rainbow toes. Make sure you can really feel this around the right arm and shoulder. And keeping your navel drawn up so you're not dropping the rib cage. Let's return the knee back underneath the hip. Stay on that same side and then start to take the right knee out and back in. So we're going out laterally, keeping the shin level with the floor. And again, the chest and pelvis facing the ground. Try not to tip over to your left. I'm going to hold this next one out and pulse it up, up, up. Really feel your core muscles working here as well. And then relax the knee. Stay in all fours, but tuck the toes under and gently lift the knees so the shins are level with the ground. Keeping the hands under the shoulders, take opposite knees to opposite elbows. So right knee to left elbow and left to right. Keep the knees low on the return and your spine straight. One more on each side. Keep the knees lifted and the shins level with the floor. You're going to then lower the knees, release the toes, tuck the toes under and lift the knees. Repeat this movement. So when you come off the knees, don't come up too high. Just keep the shins level with the floor and again the spine straight. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower and go very slowly on the way down. We're going to be holding the knees up again. So keep the toes tucked under and now gently take your hips from side to side. Slowly down towards the floor, keeping the spine straight. We exhale to dip the hips. Inhale to pass through center. I really like this exercise. I think it's really nice and strengthening for the arms and the shoulders, but very stretchy for the body. Let's come down and sink back into a lovely shell stretch. Take a few nice breaths in and out. You can turn your palms up if you like. And open and close your hands, making grabbing movements. Just get the blood pumping around the hands and the wrists. We're then going to come back up into all fours neutral and slide the left leg backwards. Let's raise it up and then tap down with the toes pointed. We're going back for our leg raises. So remember, keep your chest and pelvis square with the floor. Keep the navel drawn up and the head in line with the spine. And then we're going to add our rainbow toes. So as we bring the leg up, we're just going to arc over the right foot, tapping the floor just to the outside of the foot. And on the return, we're just bringing the leg back in line with the hip. Feel the squeeze around the back of the leg and into the glutes. Okay, last one here. And then we're going to bring the knee home. Stay on all fours. And then we start to take the knee out to the side and back in, just locking the angle at the knee at 90 degrees. Remember to keep the chest and pelvis facing the ground. Both arms should be lengthened but with soft elbows. We're going to pulse this out here. Just pulse, 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 breathe. And down we come. Let's now tuck the toes under and gently lift the knees, hovering just above the ground. We're taking opposite knees to opposite elbows. Keeping the spine straight, trying to keep the hands under the shoulders. This really works the core muscles. And try not to hold your breath. Alright, we're going to be hovering the knees on this one here, going back to toe tuck knee lifts. Carefully bring the knees down and release the toes. Then tuck the toes under and lift the knees. Exhale to lift the knees. Inhale to release the toes. Just a couple more. Keep your spine straight. You'll be feeling a bit heavy around the shoulders. Let's keep the knees lifted. And then we're starting to dip the hips very slowly from side to side. Exhale on the hip dip. Inhale to pass through center. Last one coming up. And then we're down into a shell stretch. Take a few nice deep breaths in and out. Next we're going to come to seated. So make sure you have some space behind you. You're going to pop your feet on the floor and make sure that the knees and the feet are hip width apart. Sit tall on the sit bones and take hold of the back of your knees. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, draw your navel in. Come off your sit bones, lower the rib cage towards the hips. Round the spine, gently lean back with the shoulders and slowly come down into supine for a full body stretch. You can flex your ankles to stretch the calves. And then place your arms by your sides and your feet down on the floor back into a crook position. Now place your hands behind your head and interlace the fingers. Bring your elbows into your peripheral vision. As you exhale, draw your tummy button in so you've got your core engaged. And as you next exhale, slowly lift the back of your head and your shoulders so you're looking towards the knees. Keep the shoulders relaxed and a gap between the chin and the chest. Just going to lift and lower the head and shoulders, finding the core connection with the lower abdominal muscles. Really think about your scapular region and keep your elbows in your peripheral vision. Let's add the legs to this movement. So knee rolls. When you next take your head and shoulders down, just keep them there and then allow the knees to drop over to the floor on the left. Come back to centre, lift the head and shoulders. Go down and then over to the right with the knees. So squaring up the back of the pelvis before you go into your curl up, and relax the head and shoulders before you lower the knees. Really feel that stretch around the outside of the body and around the lower back, stretching out your obliques and the lower back muscles. This is a really lovely exercise. Lots of strengthening for the abdominal muscles, but stretching out the body into the hips, really mobilising for the lower back. Good, let's go really slowly. So inhale as you lower your knees. Exhale to roll back to centre and into the curl up. Let's keep this going. We're just going to go for a couple more. Also try and keep both shoulders in contact with the ground as you take your knees to the sides. Last one. And then come back to the middle. Now lift the heels and come onto your tiptoes. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lift the head and shoulders again. You're going to hold that position and make sure you're looking between your knees. And then you're going to raise your right knee and take the left elbow towards it. And same on the other side. Go slowly. After each elbow to knee touch, just square up the back of the shoulders. Again, we're going really slowly and controlled, thinking about the scapular position, keeping the shoulder blades back and down. We're going to add another movement here. So still opposite elbow to knee. Come back, raise the same arm and leg, and you're going to reach towards the outside of the ankle. Remember to stay up on the tiptoes, so when you place your feet down, they're not flat. Go slowly. And remember, you never ever jerk the body up into any direction. Just keep the chin away from the chest. Don't pull on the back of the head. In fact, try and relax your head in your hands. Okay, last ones. Beautiful. Let's pause here. Keep the head and shoulders lifted. Now breathe in. And take the back of the head down towards the floor, tipping the pelvis gently forward. Now curl back up on your next out breath and repeat. Every time we take the head down, you're trying to create a small gap between the lower back and the floor. You can also allow your elbows to gently drop out to the sides as you lie back. Bring them back into the peripheral vision as you come back up into your curl. We're going to hold the head and shoulders up again. So on this next one, just hold them absolutely still, looking between the knees. Now bring the right knee in, take the left elbow towards it and swap sides. So opposite elbow to knee, alternating legs. Keep the head and shoulders lifted. We're going slowly, but we're going to speed this up. So tap, 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 tap. Little exhales every time we tap the floor with the toes. Inhale in between. Slow it down, down, down. Good. We're going to speed it up one more time. So from here, tap, 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 tap. Good. Draw the navel in. Keep that core connection. Now slow it down, down, down. Tap, tap, tap. Really slowly tapping the floor with the tiptoes. Well done. Speeding it up again. Tap, 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 tap. Two more. And then we're going to relax. Give the knees a squeeze. Relax your head and breathe deeply. From here then, just place your feet on the floor, knees and feet hip width apart, so arms by your side, palms facing down. We're going to roll up into the shoulder bridge, so tuck the tailbone under and roll up towards the shoulders. And gently roll back down again and tip the pelvis gently forwards. Exhale up, inhale down, and repeat. Just releasing the facet joints of the spine. Use your arms and your shoulders to help you balance. Let's hold it up here and take the left arm back. Now swap arms, staying up in the bridge, keeping the tailbone tucked under. Exhale, tap, tap, tap. Just a couple of these. And then you're going to keep both arms overhead. Stay up in the bridge. And now take your right hip and dip it towards the floor. Come back up and dip to the right. So gently from side to side, using the strength of the shoulders to help you balance. Keep the tailbone tucked under as you come up into your bridge. Exhale, tap, inhale to come back. And now you're going to hold the bridge up. Take your arms down by your sides and roll down from the bridge. And again, give your knees a lovely squeeze. Circle them around, massage the lower back area. Now place your feet down on the floor. Knees and feet hip width apart. And just relax your hips and shoulders. Place your hands behind your head, interlace the fingers, elbows in your peripheral vision. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lift the head and shoulders and look just between the knees. And float the right leg just above the floor with the toes pointed. Now swap knees. So repeating the movement, alternating legs. After you bend your knee, make sure that you extend the leg vertically towards the sky before lowering it down towards the floor. Keep the head and shoulders lifted and tap opposite elbows to knees. Twisting the upper body gently from side to side. Going to add another leg raise as well. So when you lower the leg down, just raise it back up, down, and then bring the knee back in. And repeat. Still taking the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. Last one coming up. And then we'll hug the knees, draw them towards you, circle them around. And then we're going to place the feet down on the floor. Full body stretch, raise the arms overhead, take a breath in. And now as you exhale, close the gap between your back and the floor and draw your navel in. Breathe in to reach up. Exhale, nod the chin, roll the shoulders forward, reach diagonally upwards. Flex your ankles, hinge forward at the hips, slowly reaching for the toes. And then restack the spine. We're coming onto our side next, so if you're mirroring me, it will be your right hand side. We'll be lying flat, so if you just lengthen out to the bottom arm, so your right arm, rest your head on it, legs in line with your body, top hand in front of your chest. Make sure the hips are stacked, so the top hip is directly above the bottom one, and raise the top leg up so it's just in line with the hip. You're going to soften the bottom knee. You're going to start to slowly circle the leg backwards. We're going to do 6 in this direction and 6 in the opposite direction. Try and make the circles as big as you can without wobbling your body. So use your core, draw your navel in to help maintain your pelvic stability. Try not to drop the waist into the floor and make the circle a bit smaller if you need to. After the last one, we're going to float the leg just in line with the hip, flex the ankle, the toes pointed forward, and we're going to lift and lower the leg. You can raise the leg as high as you like, but remember to keep the pelvis stacked and keep your waist away from the floor. We're going to hold this again, point the toes, we're going back to circles, but this time we're going one way and then the other. Circling around the hip joints, making sure we keep pelvis absolutely still. Last one, and then we're going back to our leg raises. Point the toes, again raise the leg as high as you like, as long as you keep your whole body absolutely still. Last one. Now bend the knees, bring them forward slightly, heels in line with the tailbone, keep your hips stacked. Lift the feet and start to raise and lower the top knee. I'm going for the raised clam. So exhale up, inhale down. I'm going to turn this into the clam kick as well. So knee up, Extend the leg, toes down, knees down. You should be feeling a little bit heavy around the hip now. Just a couple more repetitions. Last one. And then we're going to relax it here. Bring the feet down, press into the floor to come up gently into seated. Sweep the feet to the other end of the mat. And then come down onto your left. Same again, lengthening out the legs in line with the body. Top hand in front of your chest. Just rest your hand on your upper arm and stack your hips. Draw your navel in. Raise the top leg up so it's in line with the hip and soften the bottom knee. Let's start to circle the leg again. So we're going forward, around, up, back, around and down. Using our core muscles to steady the pelvis. Let's go the other way. Remember, we're only doing about 6 in each direction. Exhale up, inhale down. Just a couple more. We're going to keep the leg raised in line with the hip then. And we're going for our leg raises. Up and down. I flexed my ankle last time we did this on the other side, so you can do the same. I've obviously just forgotten to do it here. My bad. I'm sorry. It's still a leg raise, but flex your ankle if you like. Just make sure you keep your waist away from the floor. Now we're going back for our circles, but it's opposite direction. So one clockwise, one anti-clockwise. Then keep those hips stacked. Don't drop your body towards the floor. Feeling a little bit heavy around the hip now. Let's go back to the leg raises. Pointing the toes this time. Just a little tip, when you raise your leg up, press the bottom one gently down. It'll help you to maintain pelvic stability. Okay, let's relax the leg. Bend the knees, bring them forward. We're going into our clam. So just lifting and lowering the top knee, keeping the toes together. Make sure your heels are in line with your tailbone. We're going to add the kick. So clam, lengthen out the top leg, bring the toes together and knee down and repeat. Making sure we exhale on every step of the exercise. So here, here, here and here. Making sure you take a little sip of air in between each output. Got a good rhythm going. Okay, relax it there. Now come onto your front. So onto your tummy, and then you're going to place your arms by your side, palms facing up. Relax your head down so you can see the screen. We're going to do the dart. So allow the heels to drop out to the sides. Keep your toes together. Draw your navel up, and now lift your head so that you can face the floor. Raise your arms up slightly, palms facing up. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then relax it all down and look the other way. So we're going to be lifting our head and shoulders very gently, looking at the floor on the lift. As you relax your head down, look in the opposite direction. As you lift your chest, now squeeze the glutes, point the toes and bring the heels together. So there's your dart. Never jerk the body up or force it in any direction. You're gently raising the chest, squeezing the shoulders together, turning the palms to face each other behind your back, working the posterior chain of the body. Looking down at the floor as you lift your chest, relaxing the side of the face down on the floor as you come down. Lovely. Now relax it here, but keep your arms behind your back. Let's enjoy a nice stretch. Very gently lift your chest, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other and look down. Reach your arms back towards your heels, squeeze your bottom, point the toes and draw the heels towards each other. Just balancing on your abdominals. Look down at the floor and now relax. Place your hands under your shoulders. Widen out your feet towards the corners of your mat. Gently come up and sit back onto your heels and enjoy a shell stretch. From here then, we're going to come into a seated position. If you just come towards the front of your mat, legs out in front of you, just place your hands behind your back. Place your left foot over your right knee, then gently bend the right knee, bringing the heel towards your bottom. Press the floor away from you, lengthen through the spine by lifting your breastbone, and just enjoy that lovely stretch around the hip and the glute. You can bring your right heel a little closer in if you want to do for the extra stretch. Let's relax that. We can do the same on the other side then. So right foot over the left knee. Bring the left knee or the heel in towards your body. Make sure your spine is lengthened. You're not just relaxing towards the floor. It just gives you a better stretch. You add your Pilates principles. Now relax. Bring yourselves up to seated. And that brings us to the end of the session. As always, I really hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.